When people know what you're giving, they automatically know what to come to you for. Why is it that persons should come to you as an individual who is a believer in Christ? What about your life that causes people to say, hey, I want to be like that person? What is the value, in fact, to which you're giving? Jesus had a value. Outside, before even salvation even comes into play and him dying, he was given value. People flocked him for a reason. That of itself is the impact or the effectiveness to which he brought within the earth. So can a person look at you and see the significance or the unique value to which you're developing yourself in to come to you for what you have? Yeah. So God does call people. He doesn't just call people, he defines them. Make a mistake there. He doesn't just call people, he defines them. Alright? See, he doesn't just call you to just, to be here, you serve, yes, you have a great time. But he defines what is it that you do. Can you define what is it that your spiritual life should look like? The times of the season of the times, it's seemingly getting worse, so to speak. So many ideologies out there, so many laws out there, policies out there, and get to study how things are in terms of the political climate against the church in this territory. Everything is fighting you as a believer. How do you strive or thrive amongst that? You have to define your stance, and it's more than just you, yes, having a stance in salvation and all of that, but you have to define your stance in terms of your value. Let me go ahead of myself. What I mean, there's a difference in understanding the general mandate versus the unique mandate which you have. Meaning Matthew 28:19. You guys know Matthew 28:19, right? What Matthew 28:19 says. All right, we will leave it at that. The Great Commission, right? Go out into the world, make disciples of men. Okay, that's good. You know that at the end of the day, the collective contribution to the kingdom is that you disciple people, you get souls saved. But the uniqueness of that dwells where each person has a different niche to play in that regard, so to speak. What is your role in the broader puzzle of things? That's the problem. Right? So, matter of fact, that's how persons move from just being called to be chosen. You see, this faith thing, I've got to recognize, it calls for responsibility. Freedom to which you have in Christ, freedom equates to responsibility. So your responsibility, you're responsible, in fact, for the way how your life turns out, your spiritual life turns out. You understand it? Right? So don't treat your assignment or you coming to church just as another way of fulfilling a checklist.